Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Going to go over our Forex trades for today, Tuesday, June 10th, the day after my Mighty Rangers are down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals. Not looking good, but not losing faith. Anything's possible. Anyway, relatively busy day. Not a whole lot of economic data coming out, but we did have some movements. We had 6 trades. We're going to go over them here in no particular order. Let's see here. First trade you're looking at here is U.S. dollar Japanese yen. We had a signal go long this 102.558. As you can see there, it did not work out for us. We lost 5.3 pips on that. Basically, as soon as it was it was taken out, that half figure, we got out. A dip below it, bid popped back up real quickly. We just blasted out. Not a big deal. We lost 5.3 pips, but good thing we got out because you see what it did there. Consequently after there. Pound to U.S. dollar, we had a signal to go short this 1.67842. Held this for a little while, worked out in our favor, picked up 3 pips. It looks like a much bigger move than that, but you can see what happened there. A matter of a couple hours later, it really came in about close to 30 pips more. So if we could have held, but it was a tough trade. You're looking at bottoms here. From Friday morning, you're looking at bottoms here where we shorted it, so that's why we got out with the small profit. It did finally break through those bottoms, but we'll take the 3 pips and move on. Euro Australian dollar, we got a signal to go long this 1.45504. Just didn't want to work out for us. We took the loss of 9 pips on that, or 8.9 pips. Ultimately was the right thing to do, as it did break down eventually. It took a long time to break down, but we were long out of it by then. Australian dollar, U.S. dollar, got a signal to go along this 0.93668. Definitely got out of it too early because we were going back and forth with the other trades. We just weren't getting any traction. So we took the quick 4 pips off the table and just moved on. We should have held, because if you're looking at this chart, there's not a whole lot of resistance, and you figure, well, if it could break 0.9375, it might run. It did break it. It didn't really run. I mean, it ran, call it 6 or 7 pips higher before it reversed. But we should have been selling somewhere around 0.9375, or at least a little higher, see if it could bust through it. So definitely, I think it was our fault on that one. U.S. dollar Swiss franc, this was a layup of a trade. It was breaking out when we got the signal to buy it. Went right in our favor right off the bat. Easy trade, picked up 23.8 pips. The only area of what might be considered resistance was this big spike up here. Whenever you see these huge spikes up, it was exuberance going on. This was, I'm assuming, the day of the ECB. So there's a lot of people that got long this and held it on the way down. So now when they're getting back to that area, when it got back to that area, if they didn't get out and they held on the loss side, they want to get out. They want to break even or take a small loss. They're thanking the lords that the thing came back. So it's an obvious place to get out. And again, when we got the signal, it was breaking out, so we had a lot of momentum behind us. This is like the perfect kind of a trade setup. Picked up 23.8 pips, went basically right to that figure, right to that area, which is also the figure 0.9000. I really thought it had a chance to run up towards 0.9025 because of that huge spike. But again, those sellers are stepping in. They're taking a 20, 25, 30 pip loss and thanking God, like I said, because they were staring at a gigantic loss, assuming they held. And a lot of people will hold. Some people may have even been averaging down, and now that, since they average down, now maybe they have a breaking even, or maybe even a small gain of 4, 5, 10 pips. They risked a lot to do it. That's not our style, but there are a lot of people out there that will trade that way. U.S. dollar to Canadian dollar, we got a signal to short this. Wasn't a breakout of momentum. You got a lot of congestion here. From yesterday afternoon. You got some congestion from Friday morning. I don't know. It was sort of like a sloppy type of a trade. Again, you see the small pips that we made, 3.6. It was coming down to the figure of 1.09000, so we covered ahead of that. It did just about touch it before it bounced. So it was a good. It wasn't a great trade, but it was a good place to get out. Let's say that. Let's put it that way. So that's it. We're going to wrap it up. And if there's any signals that come, we'll be trading them or sending them out to anyone that's getting the signals. And that's it. So we're going to wrap it up. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll be back assuming we get some action tomorrow or Thursday, whatever. All right. Have a great day.